This man suddenly met his wife, who had passed away a year ago. She was alive in front of him. Just as he was about to talk to her, he noticed that his wife was looking at him strangely, as if she didn't know him at all. This made him very confused, because there was no way he could be mistaken. In order to find out whether she was his wife or not, Mike planned to take her to the hospital first, but as soon as he turned around, Mary ran away from the beach as fast as she could. This man who had suddenly appeared gave her a strange feeling for her own life. In order to get to safety, Mary had to get out of there as quickly as possible, and Mike was chasing after her. He kept calling Mary's name, asking her to listen to his explanation. Why was Mike's mind full of doubts? Only Mary could tell this answer, but the woman's behavior in front of him was strange. It seemed as if they had never seen each other. Mike slowly approached, held Mary's hand to calm her down, and said that he would never hurt her. After hearing these words, Mary really didn't move. Mike carefully recognized her face. She was the woman he had loved. And then he said, "Don't you recognize me?" But Mike was shocked by what she said next. "I am hunted. Why are you following me?" Then she left again. But Mike still didn't want to give up. He wanted to find out what was going on. He followed Mary to the place where she lived. When he knocked on the door, Mary didn't answer. Mike was shocked but calm. He wrote down the owner's number and last name. She waited until he left. Mary was relieved, but she couldn't understand. She had never seen this man before. Why was he following her? He seemed to know me. Well, it turns out that when Mary came to, she walked out of the morgue alone. She looked a little lost in the dark hallway. She didn't know why she was there. There was a blankness in her eyes. But as she walked down the street, she was hit by a car. The other person was a doctor. To avoid responsibility, she didn't call the emergency room or the police. Instead, she secretly took Mary home. This woman has a brother in a wheelchair and told him not to tell anyone. She has a way to solve this accident. At that moment at the hospital, the nurses noticed that Mary's body was missing, along with the tag on the floor. The two immediately realized that there had been a serious medical error. The patient might not have actually died, but once the story was reported, the hospital would face serious charges. Thinking about their future, they found a random body and put a name tag on its feet. This is the main reason why Mike was devastated. It was believed that she was dead and buried. What is even more surprising, Mary woke up a few times during this time. But she could not remember anything, and the woman, for her own personal gain, wanted to deceive her by saying that her husband was her brother.